Happy St. Patrick's Day! Here at the Children's Science Center, we are going to be doing some St. Patrick's themed experiments, including finding gold at the bottom of a rainbow. Wait, okay, I don't think you can actually find gold at the bottom of a rainbow. And unfortunately, leprechauns don't really have gold either. We are going to actually make our own gold by doing an experiment. Now, I have a couple of different ingredients for this experiment, so I'm going to put on my personal protective equipment, or PPE, to make sure I'm safe. So, all the folks watching at home, stay safe as well. So with this experiment, I'm actually going to turn a simple penny into gold. Now, alchemists from way back hundreds of years ago tried their hand at doing this. They called it alchemy, trying to turn random substances into gold. Unfortunately, you can't actually turn a random substance into gold. Everything that's in the periodic table of elements stays its same element forever. So, I have a penny here. Pennies are made of copper and zinc. Originally, pennies were almost all copper, 95%, with just a tiny bit of zinc in there. But since 1983, our pennies are actually made with primarily zinc and just a copper coating to give it that brass color. So we're going to take this from that brass, or actually bronze color, to silver, all the way to gold. So I've got some pennies in here. I already have some of my ingredients in there, but I'll get a couple more. This is zinc, like I was saying, is in the pennies. It is an element on the periodic table that's kind of silvery color, but it's not quite silver. So I'm gonna put that in there. I also have some liquid zinc, or zinc chloride here. I'm gonna measure it. And I've got my hot plate here to heat it up. Actually, this isn't a scientific hot plate. It's a pancake hot plate or a griddle, so you can cook up your pancakes. Maybe not the same time as doing this experiment though. So what's happening is we're heating up both the liquid zinc and the solid zinc to kind of try and melt it, get it to be a little more liquidy, be molten. And what that zinc is going to do is it's going to coat the top of the penny. It will bind to the other zinc atoms in there and coat the top of it. Make it a little silver color. Let's see what we've got going on here. Do you see that? It went from this color to that color. Pretty neat. If I leave it in there for longer, it'll get even more silver. I have another silver one here. I'm going to put just right on my hot plate. And it's going to heat it up even more. And it's going to heat up the zinc that's on the outside, but since it's directly on here, it's also going to heat up the copper that's in the inside. And when those copper and zinc are both heated up, they'll actually combine. When the zinc passes through the copper, it'll change the color again. The zinc and the copper will combine to make a gold color. We call that brass. So this yellow brass I got cooking up here, kind of like a pancake, we call that an alloy when it's a combination of metals. And artists use it, engineers. It's actually really useful. So instead of changing from zinc to silver to gold, what we really did was just mix up the zinc and the copper, and different combinations as well as concentrations of those two different elements will change the color. Because again, you can't take an element from the periodic table and break it up or change it into something new. It can only combine with other elements to form new molecules or molecular structures. All right, so this one I got here is pretty hot. Let me show you all it close up next to a regular penny. And let's see, I'll take out a silver one too so we can compare the difference between all three of them. So the silver one, to be safe, I'm gonna drop it in some water, cool it down. There we go. Now I'm gonna move the silver one up here right against the bronze. I'm gonna put a gold one up there too. So you can see we went from bronze to silver to gold. Actually, just different combinations of zinc and copper. And that's how you can make your own gold this St. Patrick's Day. Don't need to go searching for a leprechaun or a rainbow. And remember, stay safe out there and keep doing science.